Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers coach, yesterday spoke to the media. One of the things he said, and I think this is true, and it's good to hear it come from someone like Kyle Shanahan, white America had previously not paid the kind of attention to these issues as it is now. We're waking up to these issues. We're understanding the problem like never before, and he was very candid about that. He was also candid about the lack of minority coaches and general managers in the NFL. Here's Shanahan on that topic.
How the heck are there only four black coaches out of 32 head coaches? How are there only 2 GMs? I mean, we're in a predominantly, the majority of our players are black. So the fact that there's that few, that's not debatable. Like, I don't know if people are openly thinking they're doing it, which I think that people sort to that, but that's what the problem is. That number is not debatable. And that is an issue. And I think we talk about it a lot. And it is something that has to get better. I know they've thrown out a bunch of stuff. I know I only speak for myself. I try to hire people that I work with that are prepared for it. And fortunately, that's worked out well for me. I've got a Muslim coach. We got a Muslim coordinator. We got a black coordinator. We have a lesbian on our staff. We have everything. And it's not just to show people that we're trying to be diverse. It's just because I've been around these people and they are really good at what they do. And we can't win without these people. And that's just how it works out. I don't know why the numbers aren't like that, but the numbers are wrong. And that's stuff that, hell yeah, we want to fix. But it's not an easy answer. It's continuing to talk, the whole thing with society, everything. It's all very similar on different levels. And that's why those numbers don't lie. That's what makes it a fact. And that's what white people have to admit.
The NFL has been urgently trying to improve what it has described through Executive VP of Football Operations Troy Vincent as a broken system of minority hiring of coaches and general managers. That work was happening in earnest before George Floyd's murder. I can only assume that they will be working even harder to ensure that there are measures taken to improve those numbers. But this is the kind of change that we are talking about at every level of society. It's not just an issue of the actions of law enforcement, Big Cat. It is taking a step back and rooting out all forms of systemic racism that have truly prevented our nation from doing justice to the mottos we hear all the time. Liberty and justice for all, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. All men are created equal. It's 244 years late, but I think we're arriving at the moment where those words are finally going to be applied literally and seriously.
What's the fix, Mike? Because it does feel like the Rooney Rule is the idea of the Rooney Rule is great, but it doesn't feel like sometimes teams are actually practicing it earnestly. And I'm trying to think back to some of the recent hirings, but where you see a team almost like we've already decided the guy we want. We know who we want. I'm trying to think like even the Cowboys, it felt like they went from Jason Garrett might be coming back to Mike McCarthy in a matter of seconds. So how do you implement something that is great in theory, but doesn't seem like it always works in practice?
Tony Dungy had a great recommendation when he and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and I'll summarize it as quickly as I can. He believes all owners should be told, regardless of whether or not you're even considering a coaching change, to articulate the attributes they want in a coach and to basically have that on file. This is what I want in a coach. These are the 6, 7 things I'm looking for. Then, when the time comes to consider making a change, the first thing you do is you compare the coach you have to the attributes you're looking for. And if you decide that coach no longer has those attributes, then you work with the league, and there would be a panel, and it would basically be a matchmaking service. Here are the guys who have the attributes that you're looking for. And it doesn't matter what their background is. It doesn't matter what they look like. These are the men who can do what it is that you're looking for. That was his suggestion. And I think it just takes something like that to get past that notion that, hey, it's the billionaire's privilege. I'll do what I want. I'll hire who I want. We have to get them to press pause and take a broader view as to what their overall expectations are, what their objectives are, and how best to find the right person, regardless of who I'm the most comfortable with or who it is that I see on TV that I want to be my coach, regardless of whether or not they really know anything about who the person
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.